Oh, hi, friends. Doc South here. Yep. And I realized I was just in the bathroom looking around, here at our palatial estate that Sandy and I live in, overlooking the Musconetcong River and the woods beyond. Very nice, nice house. And being as actually, I would say Sandy and I probably probably would be very welcome in redneck circles. I think, yeah, we're more of that than a high society, I would say, and probably not. We're somewhere in between, but probably closer to redneck than yeah, the upper end of the spectrum, I suppose. And proof positive. This is something Sandy's had for years. Actually, this was one reason I decided she'd be a very good wife for me. She kept this in her on the usually in the hanging somewhere in the bathroom. If not on the door, it would be I think in our case it kind of sits over the toilet tank. Rather neat little thing she got patented back in 1943, if I read it right. This is the well, it's sort of a sign to let you know if the bathroom's occupied or not. It says this here's the bathroom, and of course you got the little shack there with the with the quarter moon window, and it says over, and you got this like pointer. You can sort of say what the status of the place might be at that moment. Like there, okay, when you're all done, you've left, and it's okay for someone else to go in. You put okay, come on in. The coast is clear. Then you can go over here, and it says this one says keep out, and here's the reasons. I'm reading, doing my chores. Let's see, washing my feet. Oh yeah, yeah, trimming my toenails. Well, you can wash your feet and do your toenails because you're sitting. You can kind of get your feet up. Taking a nap. Oh, that's been known to occur. Just resting. And then one there says none of your business. And and then this one here says this gadget's out of whack. Come in at your own risk. And yeah, 1943 this thing was patented. It's on kind of like beaver board. You see it? Yeah, kind of cool. I always kind of dug this. When I saw this hanging in Sandy's house, I said, might be the girl for me. Someone I can relate to, and a sweetheart, of course. The what's interesting, I remember, oh gosh, back when I was married to my first wife, we had friends that had just gotten married. Now we lived up in the north central mountains of Pennsylvania, and there were hillbillies all over the place up in that. I mean, this would have been, you probably get, oh gosh, back then you probably could have gotten a hefty $3 for this. It's at one of your yard sales. You wouldn't have necessarily had a garage sale. You could have maybe had a barn sale or a chicken coop sale, but but the didn't need no garage for your car. So, and and most of those folks drove pickup trucks anyway. They pretty rusty and kind of a lot of whooping and hollering as they rode into town. But the fella had friends of ours had gotten married, right? And they were away on, they were at their honeymoon, back behind the barn, and I don't think they went anywhere in particular, just off into the woods, and a few times. But it was funny. They invited us over, called us up, and my wife at that time, Molly, we went over, and the fellow wanted to show me something he'd been building for his brand new bride. And I said, well, gosh, where is it? You build her a table or something? No, he says, better than that. Come on, take a look. And he was so proud of himself. He had like a lilt to his step as he's walking. We go outside the house, out the back door, around a tree or two, and there, sitting just pretty as pie, was the prettiest little outhouse. Yep, he had made one I made one for him and his new bride. It was a two-holer. Wait, let me take that back. It was a three-holer, meaning, yep, there'd be kids coming soon enough, and yep, well, they could have a family event in there, I suppose. And doggone three-holer. He was so proud of himself and just beaming. Yeah, it was, and actually it was very well built. I imagine that thing with all the hurricanes and stuff have come through since then. I'm sure that one's just doing fine, sitting right where it is. I doubt any blizzards got through to it. I don't even know. I think he may have had a way to heat it, even. I think he had like a little wood stove he could fire up if he wanted. Yeah, yeah, sure. But lovely people. And Sandy would like the two of those folks. And their kids, I'm sure they had kids. Probably lots of them. They probably got a ball team. What am I saying? They probably got an army company. All the kids they probably had, but they just nice family. The I think trying to think what else about. Oh gosh, just yeah. I got to say, hanging out with the rednecks has always been, and in my case, has always meant for a very pleasant day. I think the day I think we were looking at that outhouse, we the neighbor came over and he had just knocked off some moonshine. Yep, I guess he had just made himself a batch, and so we had a bottle of it, and I had never had moonshine. No, no, and and I always thought it was brown, but no, this some moonshine is, I guess. But in this case, no, it was clear, just like water. It was kind of a cross between water and Karo syrup, is sort of the consistency. It didn't quite pour like water, but it looked like water. But of course, whew, man, you take a sip of that. He told me, he says, my God, he says, whatever you do, don't chug this. We're too far from a hospital. You just sip this, friend. And I got to say, it tasted good, and it did definitely have a kick. No, I wouldn't probably touch it anymore, and it'd probably make them sore if I refused. But those days in me are long gone. But I got to say that was tasty stuff, and I think you get the color from what you make it out of. I think he made this batch from sugar. I could be wrong, but I think he did. And I think if you make it from corn or grains, then you get the color, the brown color you might normally have. But this stuff, again, I could be wrong on that. Moonshine experts probably could tell me more about it. But, whew. But I always did have fun. I know when I eventually was living down in the Carolinas, went to, out there into the Smoky Mountains with some friends, and I don't think I ever had a better. I've had very good days, but this was definitely in the top 10. We're up on some mountaintop drinking beer and riding motorcycles and up and down the mountain and shooting pistols and stuff. Oh, we were having the best darn time. I don't know how you could top it. It was just so beautiful, and just no, we weren't shooting anything living, just shooting beer cans. You drink a beer and then shoot the can, and it was I gotta say it was pretty cool. Riding the motorcycles after a while got a little hard to do, but we kind of let them just sit where they were, and just just decided to maybe cook something. I think they had some venison or some such thing, and it was all right. It was all right. I don't know. I was just thinking all this today as I'm standing on the back porch, looking over the railing at the river in the woods, and just kind of brought a tear to my eye to think about that. And then I walked into the bathroom and saw this here thing, and I gotta say it's brought back some fond memories. Anyway, there you go. My advice to you is get out into the woods and make some friends. Okay, well, I'll see you later. Bye now.